This is Jared Horak for the RunawayHorse.com. Welcome to my video races of the week this week for 4th of July weekend. I'm going to be covering the Los Alamitos Derby in this video. My next video I will cover the Dwyer Stakes from Belmont Park, and then finally I will cover the Indiana Derby for next Wednesday. But before I do that, now my full cards are on a break, and I will be covering full cards in a couple weeks again with the Del Mar Summer Meet. And you can find those full cards over at therunawayhorse.com. If you're interested in my free selections, free stake selections from California and New York on my California and New York pages at therunawayhorse.com. And then head on over to horseracing.nation.com if you're interested in free selections. I have a daily best bets blog at that website, and I will provide the links to all of those in the description in this video. Now let's jump into the Los Alamitos Derby, and it will be the 4th race for Sunday, July 4th, 2021. This will be the Grade 3 Los Alamitos Derby for 3-year-olds, 1 mile and an eighth on the main track, and a scheduled post time, 5:28 p.m. Eastern Time. Typically in route races, Los Alamitos, I like to look for horses that have good tactical speed, middle to outer posts. I mean, this is a short field. But a horse that can at least get into the running, and then that long stretch that they can run horses down if they have that good tactical speed. Bob Baffert has the 2 favorites in here, beginning with number 1, Classier, and he's 5-2 morning line. He's only run 3 times. He started off his career very promising fashion when he won a sprint race on the main track at Santa Anita Park last fall, and then they wheeled him back quickly in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, and in that race he was post 8 in a 14-horse field. The pace was strong. He tried to get involved in that pace, and then he just steadily retreated. He finished 8th, beaten 12 lengths. He made his 3-year-old return in the Grade 3 Affirm Stakes at Santa Anita Park on January 13th. He was the favorite from the inside post, stumbled at the start. He figured to be the pace setter, but then when he didn't get out of the gate, he had that they decided to stalk the pace after he didn't get out of the gate well. And then he was a well-beaten 3rd. He was beaten 12 lengths. But he can improve in his 2nd start after a layoff. Mike Smith is going to ride. Number 2, It's My House. He doesn't seem to care for a wet track. So in his last 2 races, in the Texas Derby and the Lexington Stakes, both on a sloppy track, he was eased in the Texas Derby, and then in the Lexington Stakes, he was a well-beaten 6th. On a fast track, he did just fine in the Turf Paradise Derby when he battled on the pace, and he prevailed by 3/4 of a length over a next out winner. So It's My House is one fast track. He will probably at least try to get involved somewhat early under Edwin Maldonado, and he could rebound over better footing. The 3, Defunded, is your 3-5 morning line favorite for trainer Bob Baffert, and he's run 5 times. In his first career start, he finished 3rd at Del Mar last summer. Then he returned as a gelding at Santa Anita Park, and from post 11 in a 12-horse field in a sprint race, he rallied to win that one nicely. They threw him in the Santa Anita Derby, and in the Santa Anita Derby, his first start around 2 turns, and in that race with only 2 sprints under his belt, he ended up finishing an okay 4th. He was beaten 11 lengths. It was a 9-horse field. Kentucky Derby winner Medina Spirit finished 2nd in that race. He faced some quality horses. He just wasn't up to the task at that time. Then in the Pat Day Mile, they cut him back to a 1-turn mile, and fast pace. He made a wide move into that fast pace, and then he flattened out late, finished an even 4th. Then last time in the Affirm Stakes, probably his best career effort. It was an above par pace. He was dueling on the lead. He opened up, and then the Chosen Brawn in there was able to run him down. But he finished well clear of his stablemate Classier. He was more than 11 lengths clear of that one. So he has early pressing versatility. Abel Cedillo can go to the lead if he needs to. He can stalk. That versatility, and then his speed figure last time certainly makes him the one to beat in here. The 4, Back Ring Luck, he is 15-1 morning line for trainer John Sadler. Tyler Bays is going to ride, and he rode him in the Santa Anita Derby. When he finished up the track, he only beat 1 horse. And then last time against Older Company, he ended up finishing last in that one, and he was 4th in a turf route before that. Now, he broke his maiden in a 2-turn main track race at Churchill Downs, maiden claiming 50, stalked the pace and won that one. He was claimed out of that race, and then after that race, he won his next start at Oaklawn Park around 2 turns, stalking the pace and winning by a head, and then subsequently moved to the John Sadler barn, moved to the West Coast, and he has been struggling since then. But if he can rediscover that form from Churchill and Oaklawn Park, maybe he can hit the board. And then finally, number 5, Ingest. This one is a Cal bred for trainer Doug O'Neill. Not a bad effort last time. The Snow Chief Stakes at this 1.125 distance, but that was on the turf course where he stalked and he was just right in the hunt throughout, and he finished fourth, beaten 3/4 of a length. That was a decent enough effort. He's won around 2 turns on turf, and he's got tactical speed, and he's won from that outside post, as I mentioned, the way that Los Al plays typically. Tactical speed, outside post. I think he can set a good trip in here. He's going to really have to step it up, though, to beat this kind. So I think it's probably between the two Baffert trainees, Classier and Defunded. If Classier can run a better race this time and improve, but he's going to have to be much improved second off the layoff. But we still have to see what he really wants to do. Really good in his sprint debut, and then he hasn't been as good in graded stakes races around 2 turns since then. So we're going to find out if he's a sprinter or a router. I could see how people could use him, but Defunded was just much better than him last time. He's certainly the one to beat. No value there, but he's going to be my top choice. Just can't go against him in here. He's got that versatility, good post position. Coming off that last race, I think he's found a field that he can beat, and he can pick up his first stakes win. Now, I'm not going to bet him to win. His odds are too low. I think the only way to play this is to look for one horse to complete the exacta, and I'll use Ingest. The Calbred, he's just a hard trier. I think a good outside post for him. Juan Hernandez riding well at Los Alamitos. I think he could set a good stalking trip, and then maybe Ingest can complete the exacta behind Defunded, your heavy favorite. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Make some comments in the comment section. Who do you like in the Los Alamitos Derby? I'll be back, and I'll be covering, I said, 2 more stakes races, including my next video, which will be the Dwyer Stakes, and that'll be coming up soon. Until then, good luck at the races.